everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique. Welcome to Medora Budgets. I would like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future family and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is Thursday the 25th, but you will see this video on Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week and the last day. Hey Mo, it's on you. So what you gonna do? I actually don't have an answer for that. So you guys just tell me what you plan on doing. Leave it down in the comments. Let me know what you got going on this weekend. I have plans. I know I have stuff that I've planned. I just can't remember any of it right now. So them senior moments are starting to hit y'all. Okay. All right. So anyway, we are here to do a monthly budget. It's not even a reset. I never do a monthly budget. So I'm going to be doing a monthly budget for the first time for the month of October. And that is what we're here to cover. So let's get it. Let's go. I am in a traveler's notebook, standard size. I'm using a graph insert, and let me pull that out. I don't think we'll need the rest of this, so I'm going to turn it around and push it right on over there. And I can show you guys what I've already done off camera. So I went in and filled out the monthly view for October. And what I did was at the beginning of this insert, I did just kind of graph out what that looks like overall. I might come in just a tad bit. What that looks like overall, how many boxes I need to have, etc., to make sure it looks kind of even. And I've been using that as the template to go forward. So let's go to October, and we've reached the middle of this book. We've covered August and September. Now we're going into October, and then November and December. I think we'll have enough pages to get through the rest of this year in this one, and then I'll look at replacing it with another insert. But we are here to do October. We started with the monthly view. I went ahead and wrote that out, and then I used the highlighter method to show what days my paycheck covers based on the paycheck cycle, bi-weekly cycle that I get paid. I will get paid 3 times in the month of October, on the 3rd, the 17th, and the 31st. So I was thinking to myself, this might be a bonus month for me. I can't say it's magic because I work hard for all 3 of these checks. So there's nothing magical about it. But that I have a bonus check coming. But at the end of the day, I'm getting paid on the last day of the month for October. So this entire check will be going towards taking care of November bills. With that said, I decided that I'm going to run my October monthly from October the 3rd through the 30th. So it's not really going to talk about this check that I'm going to receive on the 31st. We're just going with 2 paychecks for the month of October. And so then again, I wrote in the highlighted the days based on when I get paid and what days that check needs to cover. And then I've gotten in here all of the bills that are due. Although you see a lot of stickers, it's even more than that, because almost each of these stickers have at least 2 things in them. So there's a lot of bills that I have going on right now. So we'll talk about what that looks like for the monthly view. I also have over here on the side my iPad, and that's where I am looking at my YNAB. And the reason for that is because I do have some of my categories combined within YNAB, but it does show me what those actual amounts are for those. So I might need that, especially when it comes to our media subscriptions and our maintenance subscriptions. Okay. All right. So that is where we are. I am going to I used a erasable pen to do this marked outline. It doesn't show up or bleed through as much on the other pages. So I'm going to stick with that. And let me take out an erasable pen, my Friction clicker that I have, but I wanted the blue one, since that's what I started with for this book. All right. All right, so there we go. Now let's talk about what we have in. So I've already put in my categories. Inflow is up here. It's for all of the money that came into that I'm expecting to receive money from, all the inflow source resources. And then outflow, here we've got bills and debt. I have here some other items that are more around subscriptions or other or lawn care, which is seasonal. And then down here I have 2 items, giving and oil changes. No specific dates set for those, but they are items that all come out of my bills account. So I wanted to make sure that anything under bills showed on one page, because that'll make it easier for me to reconcile the 2 numbers, inflow versus outflow. And then on this side, it covers all of these other things: variable account, other, sweets money, sinking funds, rollover. All of those add into what you're gonna see over here. That's just the cleanest and the easiest way, or the way that works the best in my mind. I did go into the accounts today and check to see how much money I have in all 3. And I'm going to go ahead and document those down. So anything that I have now as rollover, okay, anything that I have now as rollover, I'm going to put here under budget. And then I've got one over here for actuals. All right. So in my rollover, I have $14.43 and 60 cents. $14.43 and 60 cents plus 200 plus 456 equal. So $2,099.60 is my rollover. I just had my, let me make sure I mark that down too. I just had my mortgage to clear. So I need to come back over here and do that here as the actual for spend. Okay. All right. So that's good. All right. So this is what I'm expecting for my rollover. Next, what am I expecting for the come into that bills account? So for this monthly time period, I should have 2 checks that come in. So those are the amounts that I'm looking at. I did change my allocation for my direct debit into, or direct deposit into the bills account. I did change that to $1,575 instead of $1,600. Multiply that times 2. That's $3,150. For my variable account, I've got $700 going into one. That's $1,400. I have now $75 going into Chase, plus 75 plus 75 equals. So I'm going to say $1,550. We're going to budget for variable. For other, Micah should give me, Micah's going to give me, he's supposed to give me $50 every time he gets paid. He got his car back and he didn't have to pay anything to get that fixed, and he didn't have to worry about getting any more rentals. So I'm going to say $100 from him for the month, and I'm going to say 40, 80. I'm going to say $100 from each of them. So $200 from the kids. For sweets, he's been giving me $100 faithfully every week, but I'm only going to count 2 of those. So I'm going to say $200 instead of $400, just in case he has to make a change to that. And we're not going to say that we're going to spend any sinking fund money right now. So $31.50 plus $15.50, 200, 200, and $2,099.60 for the rollover. $7,199.60. $7,199.60. Okay. I should expect, so what does this look like? The 3rd through the 30th. I should not have any bills that repeat. So one of the things I have to be careful of is that my time frame that I'm giving for a monthly budget, making sure that each of these bills is only happening one time, or is it a case where there's 5 weeks or 6 weeks that I'm going to consider in a monthly view from a budget perspective, and that might mean that I have to pay a bill twice. Doesn't feel like I'm running into that here, although let me take that back. October the 3rd, no, we're good because I'm counting the rollover, so we're fine. All right, so mortgage is going to be $860. Electric, I'm going to say $200 for that. Gas is $120. Water is going to be $40. Typical. Garbage, I try to contribute to this one. So I want to contribute at least $15. If I give $15 every month, sorry, $20. $20 every month for 3 months, then covers the quarterly bill that I have. So it'll be $20 for garbage. AT&T is $96. Cell phones, I still only have 2 cell phones that I'm covering. I think I'm going to start covering my oldest daughter's at some point, but for right now it's just 2, so that's $50. This was I had gas and heat, and I think I wrote it down again, so I'm going to cross that out. I don't need that one. Ring is $10. AHS has gone up to $52. Property insurance has gone up to $200. Auto is $520. Nelnet, I'm giving twice. So I'm giving every paycheck for $60 a piece. So that's going to be $120. Green Sky is going to be $90. Rooms to Go is going to be $100. All right, maintenance subs. This is the one that I was concerned about. Let me go in here and see what that looks like. So for maintenance subs, that covers iPro insurance, which is $8. That covers phone insurance, which is $10. HP Inc. it does not cover anymore. That's now turned into a yearly bill. iCloud is $2. OneDrive is $2, and Google One is 75 cents right now, but I think it goes up to $5 after September. So I'm going to say $27 for maintenance subs. All right. Media is the next one. We got rid of Paramount. We got rid of BET. We got Disney, which is $3. We got Fubo, which is $100. And we have Spotify, which I think is $18. So that's going to be $121. Tidal Wave is, I'll say $25. Lawn. So she's charging $70 to do it. And I have her coming 3 weeks, every 3 weeks. I think I'm only going to have to get it done once in October. So I'm going to put $70 there. And then for Kindle is costing me $12, $11 or $12. I'm going to say $12. I'm going to add an extra $3 or $4 in case I want to get another book. So I'm going to say $15 for that one. And giving. So giving, I do 160 times 2. It's $320. Oil change, I'm going to say $50. I don't know for sure if that's how much I'll do, but I'm going to say $50 on that. All right, let's come over here. Nope, let's add these up. All right, so all of that together. There you go. All righty. Let's see what we got. All right, I got $3,106. I'm going to do that one more time. Yep, $3,160. All right, we are good. Next, variable spend. Normally, I do $300 each paycheck for food, so I'm gonna say $600 there. I do $60, so we're gonna say $120 for gas. Home, I do $30, so we're gonna say $60 for home, $60 for over the counter. Personal, I do $40, so we'll say $80. US Bank, I'm gonna say $100. APCU, I'm gonna say $100. So those come into play. Those two are taken care of by suites, so I want to make sure those numbers align with each other. And then miscellaneous, I don't typically schedule something. I'm just gonna put $50 just in case. All right, so that is $1,170. Okay, and then for savings, I don't know how that's gonna work out. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add these variables over here. 1550 plus 200 plus 200 equals 1950. I'm gonna subtract 1170. Remember, everything on this side of the page is handled by these amounts. So subtract 1170, and that's just gonna say $780. So that's all I'm gonna say here. I'm gonna say $780. I know for the acrylic box, I want to give based on the dates I get paid. So I'll give $3 once, and I'll give $17 another time. So that'll be $20 for that one. Bean usually gets like 12, so I'm gonna say 25 for that because it's 2. So let's subtract that. So minus 25 minus 20. That leaves me $735. So your subs has to get so much. 25, that has to get $50. It's $25 every paycheck. That's what's going to keep me on task. So that leaves $685. Family business, Bean has to get so much. I think the last time I did 85 because some of Corinne's money needs to go towards that. So I'm gonna say, let's 85 times 2. Let's say 200 for under family business. So minus 200, that leaves 485. Wish Farm usually gets 50, so I'm gonna say 100 for that. That's gonna be minus 100, so that leaves 385. Let's divide that by 2. So I need to put $190 in each. WTH and Boss Babe. All right, and we'll go with that. So that's not quite. That leaves $2.50. That leaves $5. I'm gonna put that $5 in WTH. 195. All right, and so all of those numbers together should equal 780. Yep, 780. All right, so what does that look like? Inflow looks like $7,199.60. And outflow looks like $3,106, $1,170, $780. $7,199.60 minus 3,106 minus 1,170 minus 780 equals $2,143.60 is what I should have left over. $43.60 under, which is great because right now I'm only seeing a rollover of $2,099.60. So this is showing that I should have some extra in there now, and my hope is that will go towards the 1 month ahead. Remember, that's my goal, is to try and get 1 month ahead overall on my expenses. So that's what it looks like right now for the monthly budget. And then we'll see how things work out towards the end of October. All right. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.